Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at, ladies and gents. I am Kura Isagami, your resident Tinkerer and Medarotter, and this is the Medarot News Network, bringing you all the latest developments and happenings for the favorite pet fighting robot series. Now, this week it looks like we're going to be coming to a close on a relatively slower note compared to what we've had thus far, with the Rockman EXE collab, and then the manga collab and event on top of that that's wrapping up this week. But not just that either, even with it coming down to a close, they're definitely not letting go of any kind of momentum with this week's release and tease as the long-awaited devil-type Blossomale. And with that, I've named this week's episode Pink Devil Rising for that very reason. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into what they broke down for this week's video. First of which was this week's gacha. Naturally, they did highlight Blossomale as the official newcomer to the game that will be going live this week, with a kit of Destroy, Double Sacrifice, and the Bloodstained leg ability, and is capable of meta change. I will be going over the details of both Blossomale and the other rerun here, Tyrell Beetle, with Desperate, Double Beam Sword, and the Fortress leg ability, also with meta change ability. I will be going over both of those individually on the Robattle Analytics pages on their own, so do stay tuned for those whenever you get the chance, and I'll have those out whenever I do have a chance to finish them. So definitely looking forward to seeing both of these come back. Tyrell Beetle especially because he has such a very powerful kit as a melee nuker, and a very solid leg ability at that. Blossomale as well will be very nice to see, as well with an additional to Destroy, and then the Bloodstain ability for shoot nukers. So generally can't go wrong with there either, but again, I will go over more details with those briefly. This week they also highlighted the incoming Fierce battles for this week, which would be the Figure Skater type Jinban Fairy, the Zodiac Hawk/Rooster type Hawk Dacker, and the Swallowtail Butterfly Papio Chevalier. Out of the three, I would argue honestly that Jinban Fairy will probably be the MVP for this week, with her honestly better rounded kit of the three for melee fighting with Charge Plant and then the Snow type like ability. But honestly, behind that, I'd probably also argue that Papio Chevalier also would be pretty solid as well. If you don't have any of them, definitely farm all three of them for the sake of having the parts. But I would say this week's MVP would probably go to Jinban Fairy or Papio Chevalier, depending on if you need conventional melee or if you see yourself needing more melee support. On top of that, they also announced more highlights and information for the Medarot's 2020 Performance DVD that's coming soon. Looks to be it will be officially releasing on 8/31 of this year, so close to the end of the month, for approximately 6,000 for about 6,000 yen, or about $60 roughly USD. On top of that, it does also show the pre-order bonus reward of the book, the double CD, and then the Shushu Pop trading card. And on the topic of Shushu Pop, they also did make a nod to Shushu Pop's single that's currently on YouTube right now, Super Soul Survival. And then on top of that, they also made a nod to Lear's additional single, Secret Sense. I will be providing links to both of those singles below. They are both very, very good listens. I do greatly enjoy listening to when I get a chance. On top of that, they are also announcing a Twitter contest for the BGM Dark Knight from Medarot 4 to be officially included in-game as a BGM that you could use as a background or Robattle theme in-game. So at your convenience, do be sure to take a look at the Medarot S Twitter page, or even just the Medarot page in general on Twitter for more information on that, and do definitely support it, retweet it. Doesn't hurt, it's only just a one click and you're done, and any votes toward that will definitely be beneficial in the long run. Not only that, they also did finally hint that we're going to be seeing another chapter of the story mode Arc 4 for Medarot S in-game, so we're finally going to be seeing more information on that, and on top of that, more rubies from completing story content is always openly welcomed. Hopefully, fingers crossed for seeing another one of the original Ori metas making their appearance, but no word on that just yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. Aside from that, we are continually indeed looking for translators for any kind of translation or cleanup project that we have. Currently, efforts are being put towards Medarot 3 and the Medarot Reloaded manga, especially with this week coming to a close with the Medarot Reloaded event in Medarot S to give it more attention. So if you have some extra time on your hands and you're fluent, or even just barely fluent or knowledgeable in coding, cleaning, or Japanese, and we would be more than open to any kind of feedback or assistance that you'd be willing to provide. If you'd like to provide assistance or donate some time in some way, you can always reach out to me or join the Discord link provided in the comments below, and we can definitely give you bring it to speed on what's going on, what's already been finished, and what currently does need assistance toward it. Based on what I've been hearing so far, we actually have a pretty sizable chunk of chapters for the Medarot Reloaded manga that are still in need of translating. As of current, we have, I believe, up to about chapter 7 or chapter 8, I believe, officially translated. So there's still a lot more that needs done for that. The story is honestly shaping up to be something really, really nice. So we are really looking for translators to try to get that project off the ground so we can get more chapters out there, not just for the enjoyment of the community, but also for worldwide, to bring more attention to the Medarot series. Aside from all that, I believe that about covers everything for this week, aside from some MISC news. They did touch base on, like I mentioned, the Medarot's 2020 album and the singles for Shushu, Pop, and Lear, so definitely check those out when you get a chance. If you'd like to know more, follow us below. You can follow us on Facebook at the Medarot News Network page or the Metabots Forever community on Facebook. You can also join our Discord community at the link provided and in the comments below, where we are the most active in keeping up to date with anything game or manga or story related. So we definitely keep a lot of ears to the ground on anything related to it. So if you'd like to keep up to date and in the know, you can follow us at any of those. You can also follow me personally on Twitter at Isagami-kura. So if you have any questions, feedback, or suggestions for me, I'm constantly trying to improve my video progression and my quality of videos, I guess, as I'm doing this kind of as a side thing, but I am really enjoying it nonetheless. So if you have any questions, feedback, or suggestions for me, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. My DMs are wide open, so I'm open to anything you might suggest. On top of that, also give these other fine people a follow on Twitter, Eru4, also known as Calidori, who also manages the Metabots OOC page, both on Twitter. Fantastic art, wonderful streams, fun person to be around, lots of great humor as well, so definitely worth the follow. On top of that, you can also follow Metabots Daily as well on Twitter for your daily Metabot fact and suggestion of the day. Great page as well for a quick addition to your feed with a daily Metabot fact. So definitely give those folks a follow. You can follow me on Twitter, like I mentioned, for anything that you might suggest or offer. And with all that being said, I do appreciate you all for stopping by. Thanks again, folks. It's always happy to have you in for a visit. Until next time, this is your host, Kura Isagami of the Medarot News Network, signing out.